First, I'd like to introduce the two most important people here. We all have stories with them, one way or another, we love them. Bartenders, I know you're in the other room, but thank you for being here tonight. Hi, I'm Kristen, I'm Alicia's college roommate. And I just want to start off by saying there is no one on this planet more perfect for Alicia than Matt. And I can say that, I lived with her for 4 years. I've spent a lot of time with the newlyweds. I had my first Chick-fil-A experience with them. I've had sleepovers with them. I've third-wheeled a lot of dates, just one a couple months ago. I've also had my first road trip with them. Dylan Sheehan's house, Pennsylvania. And we had Alicia sit in the back seat of my car. And there's been a few jokes about Alicia driving, so I guess you guys might get it by now. I was also there for some firsts. Like the first time Matt tried coffee, I don't know if you guys remember, but Alicia bullied him into taking a sip of coffee because Matt decided that he didn't like coffee, but he'd never actually had coffee before. That infuriated Alicia. So she bullied him into taking a sip of coffee. Guess what we found out? We found out that Matt, in fact, does not like coffee.
And neither does Todd.
Matt, I could not dream of a better person for one of my best friends to marry. She won the jackpot when she met you in the townhouse backyards. But, and I know you know this, you did too. I like to joke because we all know how type A Alicia can be. But everyone needs an Alicia. To me, my Alicia is someone who will order Domino's with you at 1 a.m. Always down for Peppa's after Patty's. There's a trend here, pizza. She's also someone that will never shy away from Crystal Light and cheap vodka.
Where did she get that from?
Someone who will never leave the house without Tums because the last thing we want is for acid reflux to ruin a good time. But also someone who has your back, who's fiercely loyal and you can call at any moment with a problem you have. She's got her Excel sheet out. She's ready to problem solve anything you got. Alicia, you've been with me through many phases of my life and I couldn't be more grateful to have you as a friend. I've had my Alicia for 10 years now, and Matt, you're lucky enough to have yours too. Cheers to Mr. and Mrs. Dalton. There isn't two more deserving people of a happily ever after. I love you guys. Here's to third wheeling more dates, your kids becoming Giants fans, and a lifetime of happiness.
That was awesome.
It all started at the gates of Stag Field on a recruiting trip in the fall of 2010. We saw Mayapack and Somer's gear, had a few mutual friends, and after one quick conversation, we were instantly boys. Before I get into any detail, I need to thank Alicia for being the amazing person she is, and for putting up with Matt and his idiot friends for long enough so we could be here today. Thank you. Not only did one of my best friends find his future wife, but I gained another awesome, caring friend in my life. So thanks to both of you for tying the knot. Also, Alicia, don't tell Dalton I said this, but you make a beautiful bride.
Thank you.
I'm a firm believer that having great friends is one of the most important things in life. And I can strongly say that our friendship is one of a kind. It's been over a decade and we've never skipped a beat. Matt must be one of the most patient guys I know for many reasons. Just to name a few, he's the oldest one in the family with 3 younger sisters. I think that speaks for itself. All the years of college coaching and recruiting, many people in this room understand the level of patience necessary for that. And finally, dealing with all the late night shenanigans over the years, that takes a great deal of patience. However, Dalton always found a way to be the life of the party. Few examples. Last year we came to the Catskills and we were dancing with old ladies, 70s style. Empty dance floor, we were the first ones out there. Yep. Dancing on top of the townhouse kitchen tables in college, running around campus in our Mario Kart costumes on Halloween, staying up all night long watching TV outside the townhouses. We literally brought a couch and a TV outside, set it up, and we shouted all night, "Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop." Few people in this room were with us during that. So find me later for more stories, okay? Now, I think I've said enough nice things, and I need to let you all know about the meanest thing that Dalton's ever done to me. After our recruiting trip that I mentioned before, where our 12-year friendship began, we had already decided that the initial bromance was enough to become roommates that next year at Springfield. Then, senior year of high school lacrosse was upon us, and Somers comes to Mayapack for a game under the lights. It was a competitive back and forth game, and I believe Mayapack was winning for a majority of the game. Mayapack was up by 1 with seconds left, Somers ball. I remember I could see the fans leaving the stands assuming that we got the win. Somers then forced the crease, somehow caught it, and scored, pushing the game, going into overtime, and then Somers ended up winning the game, unfortunately. Go Tuskers. So, I get home later that night after that demoralizing loss, and I get a text from Dalton saying, "Hey, do you still want to be my roommate after that?" When we lived in Seymour, Alicia was living in Somers at the Dalton's house during her grad school at Mercy, and she would come stay the weekend in Springfield with us often. I'll never forget the time when Alicia came one weekend and bought us this new cleaning product that she expected us to use. She goes, "Guys, it's idiot proof," but I don't think she knew who she was dealing with. It was literally a spray that would foam and change colors when it was ready to be wiped off the area. But it only worked for Alicia, and I'm not sure why. So Alicia, thank you for that. Thanks for all the amazing cookies you have made over the years, especially the peanut butter ones with the Hershey Kiss on top. And thanks for being an amazing, loving, supportive wife to my friend and your now husband. I can't wait to continue the friendship that we have and to celebrate our wedding anniversaries together every year on Labor Day weekends. Cheers to an amazing couple and a great night ahead of us. Cheers, guys.
To my bride on our wedding day. Alicia, take a breath. In that breath, feel your heart beating a bit faster today. That heartbeat is the excitement and comfort of our love. It's exactly how things should feel today. If you ever get distracted with nerves, anxiety, worries, take another breath, feel our love beat, and look at me. I'll be smiling back into your beautiful eyes, and in that moment will be the calmness of just me and you. It's always been me and you, and always will be. You are the best thing that ever happened to me. The honor of being your husband is something I will cherish and respect every day. I am truly in awe at how fortunate I am to have your love in return. Here's to our next chapter and never-ending heartbeat. Love, Matt.
To my groom on our wedding day. Babe, today is the day I finally get to call you my husband. I am so excited to walk down the aisle and marry you later. I am the luckiest girl in the world to have you in my life forever. I appreciate all the little things you do for me each day and have truly never felt more loved in my life. You're my best friend, my partner in crime, and my soulmate. I will love you forever and always. Love, your soon-to-be wife.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the wedding celebration of Matt Dalton and Alicia Calkins. My name is Matt LaCroix, friend of the bride and groom, as well as former teammate of Matt's from Springfield College. As someone who has witnessed these two grow together over the last 9 years, it is an honor and a privilege to be standing before you today to join them in marriage. Today is not only about celebrating what lies ahead for this couple. Today is also an opportunity to reflect on the last 9 years of their life together. Matt and Alicia met and fell in love at Springfield College back in 2013. Matt walked into the townhouse backyards, a place many in this audience are familiar with, and he says he still remembers the outfit Alicia was wearing when he worked up the courage to go talk to her. Thanks to one of the lovely groomsmen up here, Mr. Kevin Dean, Alicia was later given Matt's phone number, and the rest is history. They went on their first date to Plan B Burger in Springfield, Massachusetts, a common first date spot for Springfield College students. Their friends and lives quickly became intertwined, and on a small campus like Springfield College, it all happened very naturally. Matt learned to keep up with Alicia's fast walk, and Alicia learned how to dress accordingly for lacrosse games in all types of weather. Dalton will tell you there is no such thing as weather on a lacrosse field, but I think Alicia would tell you differently.
Alicia, everything is perfect right now, and this moment is exactly as it should be. Every day that I envisioned being right here on this day, all I could see was me and you. And all I cared to know was that you would be here and that I would be here, surrounded by people we hold close to our hearts. And that is how I look into the rest of our lives together. Today represents what we have always known. Every next chapter will come for us, and we will always be together. Through our time together, I know I will sometimes fall short of the man I want to be for you. I may not listen, I may not always agree, I may forget, I usually forget. I may just not get it. In these moments, know that I'll always love you and I'll do whatever it takes to be what you need, when you need it. I will never stop trying to be the best version of myself for you. I promise to always give my best to being the man I see reflecting back in your eyes right now. I promise to always be there for you when you get floppy, feel weary, or just can't do it. If it makes a moment in a day easier for you, allow me to do it. I promise to always give care and attention to your interests and successes as you always do mine. I promise to always love you through all growth and change life brings our way. While things happen around us, you will always be my constant. I promise on those rare occasions that our blood pressure starts to raise, through stress, through frustration, through anger, through it all, to always take a breath and redirect it all to my heart and act first out of love for you. I promise to always embrace and love all versions of you. All of those are what make up the beautiful girl standing in front of me right now. I promise to always encourage those goofy Alicia traits, your Alicia noises, Alicia beats, Alicia songs, your dance spazzes, your dog voice, and when you make jokes and feel funny. I promise to never let go of your big heart, the way you care for kids, animals, those in need, family, friends. I look up to that in you. I promise to always cherish what saying I love you to each other feels like, and to always end each day with those words. Alicia, while the true value of your driving advice is up for debate, it will never be lost on me that you have steered me in every right direction and into the man I know I will be for you for the rest of our lives. While I knew lacrosse and watching football first, they will always be my second love. You are my number one. I always knew that I wanted to be a good guy to a great girl that I would grow to love. From the moment I saw you, I knew who that girl was. You'll always have my time, my attention, my full support, and all my heart. I am so grateful for the reality of sharing our joy for one another forever. I love you.
Do you ever think people fall in love. It's not the way that they look. That's a movie.
I feel like the luckiest person in the world to be standing by your side here today. When we were 19 years old and meeting in the townhouse backyard for the first time, I never could have imagined that 9 years later, we would have built this beautiful life together. At first, I thought there was no way a 19-year-old boy in college was actually as respectful and as genuine as you were. You quickly proved me wrong though, and now you are no longer the sweetest boy in college, but the greatest man in my life. I will never forget the days when I was afraid to drive on the highway. So, for the first year that we dated, you would pick me up and drive me all the way from South Hadley to Somers and back, 4 hours round trip. It was then that I realized that you would do anything for me, especially if it meant that we could be together. We conquered 3 years of long distance, 3 moves, 4 degrees, you, driving thousands of miles around the country. If we survive that time together, we can survive anything. Over the course of our relationship, we have had the privilege of experiencing so many joyous times together, but we have also faced challenging times, and I could not have done that without you by my side. It's amazing to think about all of the incredible things that we will do with the next 50 plus years of our life, and I can't wait to do it with you. I want to thank you for being my best friend, encouraging me to go after any ideas or dreams that I have, treating me with constant respect, rarely getting mad, except for at the Giants or the Wi-Fi, calming me down when I'm upset, and for loving me for who I am. You are a man of your word. You are responsible, selfless, and dedicated to all things that you are passionate about. You are the most genuine, respectful, and loving man that I know. I am so incredibly lucky to have you by my side in this life. From this day forward, I promise you these things. I promise to laugh with you in the good times and comfort you through the bad. I promise to share in your dreams and support you as you strive to achieve them. I promise to help you when you need it and to step aside when you don't. I promise to always remember the gratitude I feel when I wake up next to you each morning and fall asleep with you each night. I promise to listen to you with compassion and to have patience. I promise to make space for adventure and romance and to cherish the special bond that we share. Above all, I promise to always let you walk our dog Gus when it's dark, cold, raining, or any given day of the week. I promise to always forget that I wanted my water before I get in bed. And I promise to always watch sports with you. All of the sports, all of the seasons. You are my best friend, my soulmate, and I will love you and respect you forever and always.
In the presence of your family and friends, you have now joined yourselves in marriage. By the authority vested in me by American Marriage Ministries and the state of New York, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Good evening. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Alicia's dad, Todd, or father of the bride, or for some of you, I'm T. Diddy. Lisa and I would like to start by saying thank you all for making this trip to New York to witness and celebrate the love that Alicia, Matt, and my boy Gus share for each other. I'd also like to take this time to introduce and thank Matt's parents. Deb and Pete Campbell, where are you? So we all made this journey to get here together today. For some, the date began with Alicia and Matt in preschool. Some of you aunts, uncles, friends, and some from high school. And a whole huge chunk of you from SC. Let's hear it for SC. But my journey began 28 years ago, and I'll never forget the phone call from Lisa saying, "It's time." This is where it gets good. She made me break every speed limit, blow through every red light, and 45 minutes later, this beautiful girl arrived. And she's had my heart ever since. Alicia, your drive and determination and help and care for others, balanced with your overwhelming kindness, simply inspires me every day. To our family's signature, you never give up. And I'm certain that you are going to be a terrific wife and mother because you've learned from the best. Right there. Maddie, Lisa and I can't begin to tell you how proud we are to have you as a son-in-law. Your strong work ethic is admirable. The smile you put on my daughter's face is all that a father could ask. And you truly are best friends. Mom and I love you with all our hearts. So I'd like to have everyone raise their glass. I want to cheers to Matt, Alicia, and Gus